In this video, we're going to look at adding additional details to our helmet model here. So let's go to a right view. And as you can see, with our current structure, it's going to be really hard for us to get like this hard line that's down here. So if we turn this body off for a sec, see this line down here? Without adding extra detail, it's going to be hard for us to get some of that. Now look at this really fine detail. Well, I'll show you how we're going to capture this here and get the visor and all of that cut out as part of this. So let's turn the body back on. What we're going to do is we're going to double click this edge. And what that will do when you double click, it will grab the entire edge loop. We're going to right mouse button and we're going to say insert. We're going to change this to minus. We're going to say OK. Now our shape changed a bit, which is OK. What I'm going to do is double click, edit form. I'm going to grab this top and I'm going to scale that down. What that is doing is that's straightening that out. So it's scaling it in one direction, top to bottom. So keeping these lines straight will help us. So what we can do is now grab this edge and we can start adjusting. So what you're going to do is you're going to add edges and then we'll refine them. So we're going to pull this back here and then we're going to pull this like so. We're going to pull this down like so. Let's pull this in. There we go. Okay. I think we're going to need some more edges right here so that we can actually pull in this bottom piece right here. So let's go ahead, say OK, grab that edge, insert. That looks good. We're going to say OK, double click that, edit the form, let's straighten that out. And now, let's straighten that out as much as we can. Now let's translate this up a little bit. Now we also want another edge down here because we're going to delete these faces down here. So let's insert another edge. Minus. Say OK. Again, rinse, wash, repeat, same thing. Edit the form. Let's straighten that out like that. Now I'm going to grab these faces right here. And we are going to delete those. You can see how our helmet's starting to come together. Okay, let's start adjusting our shape. You see how those tooltips keep popping up? Right here, under Preferences, you can say Show in Command Tips and Tricks. If we turn that off, those will no longer keep popping on the screen. So if they're in your way, you can turn them off that way. Okay. Double click this edge, edit form. We're going to slide this up here. We're going to adjust these back here. Now, you notice we have some new geometry type in here. These little handles, these are called tangent handles. So as I adjust this, watch what happens. It's adjusting that surface outwards. So it's adjusting the transition from one to another. And it's also, and just so you know, because I have symmetry turned on, it's adjusting it on both sides. And you'll see as we start getting here, right up here, that those will become important. So let's grab these edges here, pull that in. Let's grab this entire loop. I'm going to grab the center, pull that in, push it up. We're going to grab this bottom edge, pull it up. We're going to scale it in like so. We're going to take this one and scale it in like that. Now as I bring these closer, zoom in here, you can see what's happening. As I bring this in here, let's go the other way. So right now, we're not getting exactly the shape that we want here. So if we turn on points, go to the front view, let's grab all of these handles right here. Now watch. See what we should be getting here is the shape that we want. See how that goes out just a bit there? So now we're getting that little curve in it. That's essentially what we're trying to do. So this is the fine tuning of everything. So if we go back to points, let's grab this stuff and just bump that up. Now we're going to take this and just move it out. All right, doing pretty good here. Let's double check all of our views here. Ah, this one's way off. So we're going to move that forward. Let's move that forward. So it's just a balancing it all out. There we go. Now we may want to get this just a tad tighter. And how you do that is we again insert another edge, and we're going to say minus. See how I got that nice tight area now? So now we can zoom up here and get that close. So if we edit form, all we want to do is grab these two right here, like so. Now if you want, you can take some additional time and you could do stuff like this. So what I'm doing is just pulling out on these handles and making that a little bit more rounded. Now you got to be careful because you don't want anything pinching, which basically means either edges overlapping or points overlapping. That will cause problems as you move forward. So let's check our front view out. Pretty close. Let's go look at our top. And looks like we accidentally deleted our top view at some point. So what we'll do is we will say background canvas, and I know exactly when I did it. Top, open. Let's make this like so. Display through. There we go. Let's scale that down. Scale it up a tad. Let's just get it a little bit more right there. That should be good. and then make sure that selectable, unselectable. There we go. So you'll see the little red dot there. Now I can't select that. There we go. Okay, so we're moving along on our helmet. What we're going to look at next is how do we add in these other details. So I think we got a good shape. Let's turn on this here. Okay, so we can see our guy in there. So let's look in the next video at how to create this cutout right here. So let's go ahead and save, and we'll see you in the next video.